Hi, I'm Erin Brothers, Director of Music Ministry at Dixon United Methodist Church. Today is the 1-month countdown to Election Day, and I'm nervous. And not really about who wins. Don't get me wrong, I definitely have strong opinions about who I think should occupy the White House and what I think policy should look like, and I do think the outcome is very important. But what worries me most is that we use these pivotal points in our democracy to tear each other to shreds, backbite, and eat each other alive. Where we divide ourselves by party lines and belief systems, God reminds us that we are one, over and over again. We are inextricably linked and called to love by the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. And those God has joined, let no presidential candidate put asunder. In Galatians chapter 5, verses 13 through 15, Paul is addressing a community dealing with serious strife. Sound familiar? You were called to freedom, brothers and sisters. Only don't let this freedom be an opportunity to indulge your selfish impulses, but serve each other through love. All the law has been fulfilled in a single statement. Love your neighbor as yourself. But if you bite and devour each other, be careful that you don't get eaten up by each other. Now, Paul is encouraging us all to be freed from the idea that we can selfishly live as though there are no consequences. One achieves that freedom through following the golden rule, or law, as he called it here. Love your neighbor as yourself. Serve each other in love. We can't do that if we don't hope the best for one another, even when we disagree. And yes, we disagree. God gave us that freedom as well, the freedom of will and opinion to think for ourselves. So when you cast your ballot, cast it for the candidate that you think will be best for everyone, regardless of race, religion, creed, sexual orientation, gender identity, party affiliation, economic or financial situation, or even if they live outside our country. Use the power of your vote to make life better for all your neighbors. Toni Morrison, university professor, Pulitzer and Nobel Prize-winning novelist, and recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, told her students, "When you get these jobs that you've been so brilliantly trained for, just remember that your real job is that if you are free, you need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. We've been empowered to vote, and we need to use that power, that right, to empower others. We may not agree on what that means from one voter to the next, but we must be careful, as Paul says, not to be devoured by our disagreements, not to get eaten up by one another, to always serve each other, vote for each other, and disagree with each other in love."